Hey everyone, welcome to The New Populist. I'm Dave Brown. If you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe. Now, we're living in very interesting times. Right now, we have this Voting Rights Act bill that just failed. Thankfully, it was garbage. The left accused us of being racist for not supporting it because apparently people of color, like myself, are incapable of voting. And without this bill passing, I may not be able to vote because I might have to show an ID somewhere. Except I live in Maryland. I could walk up there, not show anything and vote. So I know some states do have their voter ID laws, as well they should, and I wish Maryland would as well. But apparently, again, that's racist towards black people. But putting that aside, I want to look at where we're at right now in a more of a historical perspective and really see where we're at in this race. Because right now we're locked in this chess match with the left. Now, the left has been playing this game for a very long time. And we on the right have just woken up to the fact that we're in this battle and we're so far behind. But now we realize it and we're trying to catch up. And one of the things I talk about is the issue about levers of power. It's not enough to vote for people at the national level, your congressman, president. You have to worry about who is your state attorney general, your governor, your secretary of state. We found out in 2020 that those positions were so important because they had a lot of control over the election process. And as we found out, not having control over that process allowed for a lot of shenanigans. Now, one of my favorite topics is Marxism, and more specifically, Lenin and the Russian Revolution. Now, it's not because I'm a Marxist. I'm absolutely opposed to Marxism. But as a student of Lenin and the Russian Revolution, you can learn so much because Lenin's real specialty, or his expertise, wasn't really just about Marxism. He understood how to grab power. And when you look at the Russian Revolution in 1917, it wasn't just important to have all these big players at the top. During the actual revolution, they needed people in very seemingly insignificant places to be part of that revolution, to be on their side. For example, a telegraph operator. When the provisional government was sending for help, if that telegraph operator wouldn't send that message, those military troops wouldn't get that message and they wouldn't show up. So a single insignificant telegraph operator made a huge difference in the success of the 1917 Russian Revolution. And so Lenin really understood you had to control power vertically at the bottom and at the top and have people all across there in order to grab power. And this is something that the left has understood. And they are not Leninists per se. They're not Marxists, but they are, because the left, again, academia is the left, the college campus, the universities. They study this stuff. So they may not be doctrinaire Marxists, but they understood Lenin and they understood how to grab power, which is why the left has all these community organizers. They're great at organizing in the cities and the states in order to get power. And this is where they have been so far ahead of the right. And right now, we're finally at the point where we're sort of aware now of what's going on, and we're starting to fight back. And there was an article that came out, I think about a year ago now, and it was titled, The Secret History of the Shadow Campaign That Saved the 2020 Election. And this was in Time magazine. And basically, it's a bunch of left-wing operatives describing how they safeguarded the election by making sure that certain laws were passed and social media did this and that. And what it should really be called is how we controlled the levers of power to make sure the election went our way. Again, we're learning from Lenin here. And so they did that in 2020. And we finally recognized that and said, oh crap, this Secretary of State in Arizona or Georgia, if they're not on our side, that's a problem for us. So what did we do finally? We started to pay attention to those little offices in those states. And we had laws changed, and we started to attack those smaller levers of power at the local and state levels. And because of that, what did the left say about us? Well, there was an article in the Atlantic and Huffington Post basically saying that the Trump coup was already underway because of his actions on January 6th and because of all these changes of election laws at the state level. So they're accusing us of being part of this coup by doing this, but what they're really saying is, oh crap, they are seizing the levers of power at the state level away from us. So what was their response? Well, again, we talked about earlier, Biden and this civil rights bill. They were trying to nationalize elections to trump the changes that we were going to make at the state level. We're playing chess. They made their move in 2020. We responded, and they were attempting to make a move in 2022 and 2024 by passing this Civil Rights Act, or this Voting Rights Act, to trump the changes we had made at the state level by running for those Secretary of State positions and having the states change voting laws and making it harder for a lot of this nonsense to go on. So we're playing chess here. We're going back and forth. So we've made a move and they failed at their move. And of course, now they're all screeching because they know that they are behind in the chess game at this point in time. Now, they do have one very important advantage. They still control the national media and social media. So when we change these laws at the state level to safeguard our elections, they can characterize it as curbing civil rights, preventing people of color from voting, and basically painting the right, conservatives, Trump supporters as all being racist. And is it effective? Thankfully, not really. Obviously, people are going to cry about it, but the fact that it didn't pass and really to even come close tells you a lot. So thankfully, this didn't pass, and in 2022, there should be a gigantic red wave because, as you're well aware, this country is spiraling the drain. And if you saw Joe Biden's press conference, oh boy, if you're a Democrat, you have to be going, what the hell are we going to do? Which is why they might revive Hillary Clinton in 2024. Unfortunately, I thought she went away, but man, she keeps coming back, and it's frustrating. And she might be running in 2024 because you look at the options they got, it don't look good because clearly Kamala, she's terrible. You thought Hillary was unlikable and not smart? No. Kamala is. Hillary, in comparison, is a damn genius. So they might run with Hillary. But back to the point, we are finally in the game. We recognize the game. We're playing the chess match, and we're in a good position right now. And now we have to capitalize on it. And my only hope is that we have enough Republicans at the national level, and that's a big if, who can capitalize on this momentum and really work to take back this country. Because again, at the state levels, we might be fighting back, but at the national level, the Washington, D.C. establishment is still in firm control by the left and by the globalists, the deep state, whatever you want to call it. They still control that. And from that end, we are, again, a little behind. But again, we're back in the game and we're making progress. Let's keep moving this forward. Well, that's it for now. Again, if you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.